The Augustana Vikings hosted a rare home doubleheader at the Elman Center tonight against two different opponents. In the men's game, Tom Billiter's squad, a very young and exciting team, took on Hastings. This is Dylan LeBrun from Flandreau with a drive. He had 22 points and 12 rebounds, and the Vikings go up 20-15. Still in the first half, Jamison Bryan with the pull-up three. He had 18 points, 28-20 in favor of the Vikings. Watch Trevor Hansen. Now keep in mind, these guys are all young. Hansen with a dunk. He's a freshman. Michael Schaefer's a freshman. Michael led the way with 23 points. He had 11 rebounds, and they go on to win 93-86. Now in the women's game, Dave Krause Vikings tried to improve to a lofty 13-1 with a win over Peru State. They're ranked number 13 in D2. Lindsey Prosser with a transition layup made it 9-2. And this time it's Vishay Robb with a long three. 15 points for her off the bench, and the Vikings lead 14-2. That's a great start. Shelby Sellen with a three. She led the way with 23 points and 10 boards. They're up by 19. And right before halftime, Abby Hora with a three beats the buzzer. And the Vikings go on to win handily 94-60. Moorhead beat Northern 60-51. Brianna Kusler still had 19 points and 13 rebounds in that loss. On the men's side, Augustana wins 93-86. Schaefer again led the way, and LeBrun with 22 and 12. And Northern made a basket with 4 seconds left, got a steal, had a three-point shot, couldn't make it go. They lose and drop to 9-3 as Fox had 19 points in that narrow loss. And now, here's Nicole Griffith with your Core Orthopedics Plays of the Week.
USD's Trey Birch Manning seals the deal with a dunk at Colorado State. The Coyotes topped the Rams 68-63. SDSU's Mike Dahm puts a statement dunk on a statement game. The Jacks make history, posting 90 points in the first half against Savannah State. USD's Hannah Shervin shows off her moves in the Coyotes' impressive upset at Mizzou, 74-61. It's the second time the Yotes have knocked off a ranked team this season. SDSU's Taryn Christian hits Cade Johnson for a 52-yard touchdown against NDSU. Johnson set the school record with his 17th receiving touchdown this season.
And he got it! What a play!
It was also Christian's last touchdown as a Jackrabbit. Yankton's Rex Ryken gets the board and beats the buzzer to lift the Bucks over Brandon Valley 62-60 in overtime. Those are your Core Orthopedics Plays of the Week.
Now we saw that great win for USD over Missouri last weekend. The basketball team has been in Puerto Rico ever since they left and got down to Puerto Rico on Sunday. And today they finally played a game. They played the first of three, as a matter of fact, and there is Allison Arns, who had a nice game with 11 points. This is Kiara Duffy, who will drive, stop, pop, and hit. She led the way with 13 points. They had 4 players in double figures, led by 16 at halftime, and this is Taylor Frederick with a bucket right at the quarter buzzer after 3. They led by 24 and go on to win by 14, 67-53 your final. They play Loyola Marymount tomorrow afternoon, now 11-1. Then they play Indiana in the final game of that tournament. If they win the last 2 games, they're going to be ranked next week. Well, today was a big day for lots of high school athletes in the area who made their college intentions official. Like Blake Peterson of Beersford, the Watchdogs' outstanding defensive end, number 7. See him running right through there, is going to play his college football at Iowa State, along with Lincoln offensive lineman Grant Treber. Peterson was a ferocious pass rusher for defensive coordinator Arlen Lickness. This past season, Arlen was, of course, spent all those years at Yankton. He's seen a lot of good football players. Commented on Facebook that he thinks he's really going to be a player in college. And how about this guy? That's Kenyon Bauer of O'Gorman, one of the guys who decided to stay in-state and play. He can catch, he can run, he can score touchdowns. He's going to play for the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State. Joining him there, Bo Donald of Kimball White Lake, an offensive lineman, and Tucker Kraft of Timberlake, a tight end. Headed to USD, Blake Holden of Watertown, Jake Larson of Harrisburg, and Cliff Johnson of ACDC. And there's your two guys headed for Iowa State. And finally, the Timberwolves were at home tonight against Detroit. That's Blake Griffin. This is Karl Anthony Towns with a vicious slam. Looked like the Wolves were going to win this game. Took a nice lead. You can never tell by Tom Thibodeau whether they're winning or losing. What a grump. Griffin had 34 points, though, and the Pistons would come back and tie the game with 0.6 of a second left, despite Rose's 33 points. It goes to overtime, and the Pistons win it 129-123. The Wolves drop to 14-17. They've been very inconsistent. We'll be right back.